And I think there's one thing that I want to add to this that really appeals to me, this idea of starting where you are with what you have.
Yeah.
Because for so many of us, there's this idea that social change is valuable or meaningful only when there's large-scale impact. And to challenge that idea and to say that whatever I can do within my capacity, given my current constraints, given what I feel called to do, is valuable, is meaningful, and to trust that. And as I say this, I'm remembering last year during the second wave, when the second wave just started and there were all of these, I was looking everywhere, there were stories of people who weren't finding hospital beds, people who were confined to the house and needed food. And I remember I have this clear memory of spending a few days constantly coming back to this question, how can I contribute? How can I contribute? And that's how our project Empathy began.
Yeah.
And when we started that, I think for me, the clarity that arrived was that if that was the only thing I was to do through the second wave as social change, as contribution, I was pretty content with that idea of it. Because I noticed that that too was offering something to meet a need that existed. You talked about a bridge between needs and strategies. And I think there's sometimes this tendency to think of certain things as being meaningful and certain other things as, okay, big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just to be able to notice what is it that I have to offer? How can I offer it? And maybe I have a life that's not, that means I can't go out and do all the work myself. For example, finding oxygen supplies or beds. And even then, to trust that there's something meaningful in what I have to offer. And I think that was such a powerful lesson for me in starting where you are and offering what you can, because the feedback that we kept hearing from people who came in was about how Project Empathy helped them cope.
Yeah.
And to think about, wow, that's, if every single, I just have a bit of goosebump now, because now I'm imagining if every single one of us were to think, what can I offer?
Yes. Yes.
And just imagining the difference that would make to the world we're in right now.
Yeah. Fantastic. I'm very happy that you said that, because that leads me to this question of something that has been asked of us about scaling. How do you scale something? Can I be just very wild and dreamy when I say, yes, that's the scale. I want each person to, it doesn't have to be each person, but just exactly that when I'm contributing, because the contribution comes from a space of meeting my own needs. It's also about me, because I'm human and because I am impacted by you and I want to care for you. And that's about me. So when I care for that need in me to care for others or to contribute to others, that in itself is, if I do it with integrity and with clarity and even an inch in that direction, is to me what social change is. And that's what, I don't know what social change is, honestly, but to me that is contributing to well-being on the planet, which is good, I think.